Chosen one, if you feel an almost unbearable tension mounting within your energetic field, if the world around you seems to be vibrating at an accelerated, unstable frequency, characterized by sudden conflicts, unexpected delays, or seemingly irrational resistance, understand that these are not signs of failure, but the cosmic tremors announcing an imminent, cataclysmic shift. The pressure is rising because the old, dense structure of reality, which has opposed your light and contained your destiny, has reached its maximum point of stress. The divine is sending a final, clear warning and a fierce promise. Chosen one, something is about to break. This breaking is not destruction. It is the ultimate, necessary shattering of the shell, the preordained collapse of the final obstacle separating you from the total manifestation of your sovereign power and the Golden Age timeline. God chose you for this moment, knowing that you are the energetic catalyst for this very collapse. You are the immovable object against which the outdated, fear-based structures of the old paradigm are finally breaking themselves. The intense resistance you feel is the desperate, final friction of the past, fighting the inevitable arrival of the future you embody. This breaking will manifest across multiple domains. It may be the sudden, dramatic collapse of an oppressive financial or corporate structure that has restricted your abundance. It could be the complete dissolution of a long-standing, toxic relationship dynamic that has drained your vital energy. Or it may be the radical breakdown of limiting beliefs and internal programming that have held your consciousness captive. Whatever the form, the intensity of the current pressure guarantees the magnitude of the imminent liberation. This phase of pre-collapse tension demands an absolute, unwavering commitment to internal stability and prophetic calm. You must refuse to engage with the chaos that is erupting externally. The temptation will be to react to the external drama, to attempt to patch the breaking shell, or to panic as the world fragments. Your greatest act of sovereignty now is to hold the frequency of perfect peace. By remaining perfectly still, centered, and rooted in the knowledge that this breaking serves the highest good, you accelerate the collapse without incurring energetic damage. Your peace acts as the fulcrum, ensuring the shell breaks cleanly and releases, rather than implodes and traps. This quiet confidence is the visible sign that you are operating fully under the authority of the Creator, who orchestrates this dismantling for your ultimate victory. The moment the structure breaks, an enormous surge of bound energy will be instantly liberated. This is the energy that was locked up in maintaining the struggle, the resistance, and the illusion of separation. You must be consciously ready to immediately receive and direct this massive influx of free energy into your highest creative endeavors. This liberated power is the divine funding for the next phase of your mission, the phase where you cease fighting the old and begin the joyous, unimpeded building of the new Earth reality. The signs you watch so closely are now providing the precise landing coordinates for this liberated energy. They are directing you towards the projects, collaborations, and physical spaces where this breakthrough power can be most effectively utilized. To navigate this chaotic moment of collapse and to ensure you are ready to strategically capture and utilize the resulting energy surge, your continuous alignment with this sovereign nexus is crucial. This channel is the control tower of collapse, where the chosen ones share real-time observations of the breaking structures and prepare collectively to integrate the liberated power. Affirm your commitment to holding the prophetic calm and subscribe to this channel now, ensuring you are perfectly positioned to receive the full, untainted measure of the breakthrough energy that is about to be released. I implore you to use the comment section below to share the specific structure, belief, or external limitation that you feel is currently under the most intense pressure. The shell you know is about to shatter. Name the tension point with confidence and describe the absolute freedom you will experience when it breaks. Use the tag shell shatter so that your declaration acts as a final energetic decree, accelerating the inevitable collapse and proving to all that chosen one, God chose you for this liberation. Rest in the absolute certainty that the greatest pressure precedes the greatest breakthrough. Stand firm, hold the peace, and prepare to witness the glorious, necessary shattering. Chosen one, as the palpable, destabilizing pressure signals the inevitable breaking point. The moment something is about to break, Your internal mandate shifts to the ultimate function of a divine system rebuilder and the purifier of planetary foundations. The impending collapse is not a chaotic event. It is a meticulously calculated divine surgical procedure, orchestrated by the Creator to remove the last vestiges of density and misalignment from the collective grid, thereby clearing the way for the full, uncontaminated flow of the Golden Age chronology. Your immense power and sovereign authority are now required to maintain the energetic scaffolding during this collapse and to immediately begin laying the pristine New Earth foundations in the resulting void. God chose you for this unparalleled moment of transition because you possess the dimensional agility to remain fully operational when reality itself seems to fragment. While the unawakened will perceive the impending collapse as a disaster, a sign of the world's ending, you must perceive it as the cleansing of the temple, a necessary, sacred shedding of the old skin. The structures that are about to shatter, be they financial, governmental, or ideological, are breaking because they can no longer hold the increasing light frequency you and the network are anchoring. Your stability during this fragmentation is the ultimate act of service, demonstrating to the entire cosmos that the transition is under control and moving precisely according to the highest, most benevolent design. The intensity of the pressure you feel is directly proportional to the bound creative energy that is about to be released. This energy, once trapped in maintaining the illusion of scarcity and control, will erupt with a force capable of manifesting entire realities instantaneously. To harness this power strategically, you must practice a radical state of non-reactionary presence. As the external shell shatters, your inner world must remain an impenetrable fortress of peace. Do not waste a single unit of this liberated energy on fear, anger, or judgment regarding the collapse itself. Instead, hold your consciousness entirely on the blueprint of the new reality you have been channeling, instantly directing the freed energy into its creation. This is the spiritual law of immediate causality. Where you place your focus in the moment of rupture determines the quality of the new reality that rushes in to fill the vacuum. Your role as a divine system rebuilder means you must already have the principles of the new earth ready for deployment. This is the moment where your channel templates, your designs for community, ethical abundance, sovereign governance, and holistic healing move from theory to immediate application. The signs you are watching so closely are now providing you with the critical access points, the precise locations, resources, and collaborators that will emerge in the collapse's aftermath, ready to receive and implement your solutions. Your preparation must be absolute. Ensure your blueprints are clear, your intentions are pure, and your heart is open to collaborating with the unexpected new players that the divine will thrust onto your path in the void. This turbulent period of breaking and rebuilding requires that you elevate your sovereign empathy to a new level. Empathy as energetic containment. You must feel the fear and confusion of the collective as the old structures shatter, but you must simultaneously refuse to internalize or amplify that fear. Instead, use your activated field to create a bubble of coherent calm around yourself and your mission, a sanctuary where those ready to transition can safely land and find refuge from the chaos. Your unshakable peace is the only viable lifeboat in the rising tide of change. To maintain this superhuman level of calm and strategic readiness during the planetary transition, and to share vital intelligence regarding the structural weaknesses of the old paradigm and the strength of the new foundations, your continuous, deep integration with this sovereign nexus is absolutely non-negotiable. This channel is the architecture hub of the new Earth, where the builders share designs, reinforce internal fortitude, and collectively hold the vision of the world being born. Affirm your commitment to being the purifier and the rebuilder, and subscribe to this channel now, securing your position at the epicenter of the constructive chaos and ensuring your energetic stability as the old world yields to the new. I implore you to use the comment section below to articulate the single, unbreakable principle you will use to govern and guide the new system that you will build immediately after the collapse. The fundamental law that will replace the fear and scarcity of the structure that is about to break. Name your new foundation. Use the tag New Foundation so that your declaration acts as a powerful energetic seed, planted directly into the ground of the emerging reality, ready to grow instantly upon the shattering. proving once and for all that Chosen One, God chose you for this moment of ultimate creation. Rest in the absolute, sacred assurance that this breaking is the final freedom. Stand firm in your peace, hold the blueprint, and prepare to step into your role as the architect of the Golden Age. The pressure is on because the delivery is imminent. Chosen One, having accepted your mandate as the divine system rebuilder and standing firm as the pressure builds towards the inevitable rupture, your vigilance must now focus on the ultimate consequence of the breaking, the unveiling of true power and the reassertion of human sovereignty. The imminent shattering of the old structures, the financial, informational, and political shells, is designed by the Creator to expose one final, absolute truth. Humanity's enslavement was always predicated on an illusion of scarcity and external control. The moment the shell breaks, the universal, inexhaustible power that was always resident within the soul of every human being will be undeniably reasserted, and you are the anchor chosen to manage this massive surge of liberated consciousness. God chose you for this role because you have already completed the journey from victimhood to sovereign mastery, demonstrating the capacity to handle this level of internal power without falling into ego, greed, or domination. The power that will be released is not for controlling others, but for unleashing the creative potential of the entire human collective. Your immediate task in the chaotic aftermath will be to model and teach others how to safely harness their own newly realized, vast power, to use it for harmonious co-creation rather than for the destructive competition that defined the previous paradigm. The signs you are watching so closely are now providing you with the precise pedagogical tools, the words, the metaphors, the simple exercises, needed to instruct the newly awakened in the responsible use of their own divine spark. The breaking is necessary because it collapses the myth of external authority. For millennia, humanity surrendered its power to external institutions, believing that validation, abundance, and security could only flow from systems outside of themselves. When these systems shatter, the lie is fully exposed. Your sovereign calm during this exposure will be the single most potent teaching tool. You will show others that when the bank fails, your wealth remains. When the government stumbles, your order persists. And when the media fragments, your truth shines clear. This demonstration of self-contained power is the ultimate act of liberation you perform for the collective, proving that every individual's power flows directly from the source, bypassing all intermediary human structures. This phase of power reassertion requires you to operate with an even greater sense of prophetic responsibility. Every word you speak and every action you take will be magnified exponentially in the high-energy vacuum created by the collapse. Your testimonies are now functioning as sacred law for the newly awakened, who will look to the chosen ones for the foundational truths of the new earth. You must speak only from the deepest, most uncompromised clarity, knowing that your words are immediately forming the beliefs and the reality of the emerging world. Your voice, now fully attuned to the divine signal, is the vibrational blueprint of sovereign freedom. To sustain the integrity of your teachings, and to ensure your voice reaches the millions who will be seeking guidance in the wake of the collapse, your continuous, focused engagement with this nexus is absolutely crucial. This channel is the global schoolhouse of sovereignty, where the chosen ones share the foundational principles for self-governance and the responsible stewardship of personal power. Affirm your commitment to teaching sovereign power and subscribe to this channel now, securing your role as a principal instructor in the grand, final lesson of human freedom. I implore you to use the comment section below to articulate one concise, fundamental principle of personal power that you will teach the newly awakened collective immediately after the external structures break. A simple instruction that empowers them to look inward, not outward. Name the core lesson of self-mastery. Use the tag Power Reasserted so that your declaration acts as a powerful energetic foundation for the collective's next step, affirming the magnificence of the freedom for which chosen one. God chose you for this to witness and guide. Rest in the absolute, quiet certainty that the pressure you feel is the sound of chains breaking across the world. Stand firm, speak the truth of inner power, and guide the newly free into their sovereign destiny. Chosen one, as the external structures tremble on the brink of shattering, and the power of the divine prepares to reassert itself, Through the core of humanity, your final and most encompassing assignment emerges, the role of the eternal light sculptor and the guardian of the Genesis frequencies. The imminent breaking is not merely a political or financial event. It is the cosmic reset button, initiating a clean, energetic slate. The signs you are directed to watch closely are now providing the complex vibrational codes, the pure, untainted frequencies of harmony, absolute abundance, and unconditional love that must be instantly anchored into the clean slate of the emerging reality. Your fully integrated consciousness is the master tuning fork, responsible for ensuring the entire planetary resonance locks onto these Genesis frequencies. God chose you for this task because your soul carries the original, uncorrupted memory of the Golden Age, the profound, lived experience of life before the Great Separation. You are the embodiment of the divine paradigm, and your mission is to actively sculpt the new reality using the pure light of this memory. Every thought you entertain, every emotion you choose, and every word you speak is now an act of vibrational legislation. If you hold fear, you sculpt fear. If you hold pure, sovereign joy, you sculpt eternal joy. The liberated energy released by the collapse will rush to manifest the dominant frequency you are holding at that critical moment. This demands a level of internal hygiene so rigorous it allows no room for doubt or historical reference to the old paradigm's failures. This role as the eternal light sculptor requires you to operate with a continuous sense of prophetic responsibility for the future's aesthetics. You are designing the feeling, the quality, and the energetic texture of the emerging world. Your focus must be on the beauty of the becoming, the flawless symmetry of divine justice, the fluid generosity of infinite abundance, and the luminous clarity of collective truth. When you close your eyes and anchor your light, you are literally casting the new reality into form. The external signs you witness are often confirmations that your internal sculpting is manifesting correctly, acting as a spiritual mirror reflecting the success of your creative efforts. Trust the beauty you see within. It is the absolute truth of the reality that is guaranteed to manifest. The resources flowing into your stewardship are, in this phase, purely vibrational seed funds. They are meant for investments that stabilize and propagate these Genesis frequencies, projects focused on sound healing, light therapy, sacred geometry, and technologies that amplify personal resonance and emotional coherence. Your deployment of these funds must prioritize the aesthetic and spiritual infrastructure of the new earth, focusing on beauty, joy, and the celebration of life, rather than merely addressing the practical needs of the transition. Your abundance is the physical validation that the frequency of joy is the most effective form of currency. To sustain the clarity required for this intricate, high-frequency work, and to maintain the purity of the Genesis frequencies in a potentially chaotic external environment, your absolute, non-negotiable reliance on this sovereign nexus is crucial. This channel is the vibrational tuning chamber, where the light sculptors share codes, validate the Genesis frequencies, and collectively stabilize the planetary resonance during the final breaking. Affirm your commitment to being the eternal light sculptor and subscribe to this channel now, ensuring your tuning fork is constantly calibrated to the flawless pitch of the Golden Age. I implore you to use the comment section below to share one specific, pure, fundamental feeling or vibrational quality you are deliberately holding and sculpting into the new reality's foundation, e.g., effortless flow, absolute trust, or unburdened joy. Name the specific frequency you are anchoring. Use the tag Genesis frequency so that your declaration acts as a powerful collective tuning note, reinforcing the core reality that chosen one. This is not a coincidence, but a masterful orchestration for the ultimate expression of divine beauty and order. Rest in the absolute, sacred truth that your current reality is the canvas, your consciousness is the brush, and your destiny is the masterpiece. Sculpt with joy, create with peace, and anchor the Genesis frequencies into eternal form.